Hey, what's up, YouTube? I'm over here at a luxurious Walmart parking lot, of all places. I just got off of work. I'm, just trying to start off a new channel here and see what I can do. Basically, I'm a food nut. I like to try my different foods here in DFW. That's Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas. Basically, I run around and I try food and I video and record whatever I can. And I tell people about it. It's pretty cool. So, basically, Cobra Kai is really an interesting show. I really liked it. It's worth getting your YouTube Red subscription for. You have this really good conflict between Daniel LaRusso and Johnny, okay? And it's the same one you kind of had from before, except, Johnny's kind of washed out, right? If you have not seen it yet, go ahead and leave this video. I'm trying to get new subscribers. Don't get me wrong. I'd like you to like and share or whatever. Subscribe, but at the same time, I don't want to ruin it for you. So make sure you go ahead and just move on from this video for right now. Come back to another one later on. I'll have a lot of stuff on here, nerd stuff, or reviewing shows, or a lot of food and culture. That's what I'm about. But I just don't want you to. I don't want to ruin it for you. Okay. So here's the thing. This is probably the best show I've seen in a really long time. As far as an actual TV style series, this is one of the best I've seen in a long time. It's really cool, okay? It's cool to me because it goes back and is nostalgic, but it doesn't kind of overdo it. I think a new generation could get into this. In fact, it's so awesome to me that I really feel like I could go get myself a black gi right now, I feel like I could go get myself a black gi, put that motto on my wall, what is it? Strike first, strike hard, no mercy. I could put that on my wall, all right? I kind of want to say quiet like Johnny does. I don't think I'd ever pull it off. Quiet! I couldn't even do it like that, Maybe. I guess that was kind of all right. But anyway, yeah, really, it makes me want to go back into martial arts. It really does. I spent a lot of years in it, actually, as a kid. You'd think a guy like me, a bigger guy, you'd probably think, nah, he's never done anything, where it involved exercise. You just, maybe lifting the beer and the food to his mouth. But no, actually, I used to do it quite a bit. I took Wing Chun. I took a little bit of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and some other forms, Taekwondo and stuff like that. But mostly, I think my favorite was Wing Chun. And, I kind of had a very similar type of sensei to the guy from, what is that movie with Deuce Bigelow in it? Yeah, Big Stan. Have you seen that one? It's like one of David Carradine's last movies where there's like this mysterious sensei. That's basically my sensei, or my Sifu, I should say. But anyway, yeah, I just completely went off on a complete tangent. Sorry, guys, gals, whatevs. Anyway, I just think that was a great series. I really love the contrast between the characters. I really enjoyed, kind of seeing, well, first of all, I actually cried. I admit it. I cried about Miyagi. My wife cried. I cried. When that scene came on, I was just so broken apart when I saw that. Because, I think I can speak for a lot of people. I wanted to see Pat Morita be in it. I would have loved it, but I don't know if it could have been done with him being alive, or at least being a part of it. Maybe if he just popped on once in a while. But, really, Daniel would have been corrected pretty quick about that, the way he was acting. He would have been like, no, Daniel-san, stop that. Anyway, probably slapped him upside the head or something. But, yeah, I think it's a really great series, and I can't wait for season 2 to come out. Probably come out in about a year, if I had to guess, because they're evil. This is sadistic to do this to us, okay? 10 episodes, like 25 minutes long. Come on, man. But still, it's a pretty good. It's an amazing series. It's like it is to TV right now, or to a series. Because it's not TV, but to a series, it is as Infinity War is to the movies right now. It really is to me anyway. It is probably one of the greatest things I have watched in a very ridiculously long time. So, here's my prediction. I think there's going to be a civil war in season 2. I think there's going to be a civil war between the old sensei, Kreese, or whatever his name was, and Johnny. I think Johnny's going to have a fight with him because he's having second thoughts right now about the way he acts, about the Cobra Kai philosophy and what it has done. He saw what Miguel was turning into. He saw what Hawk was turning into. And he's kind of like, I don't know about that, you know? I'm not too sure this is really the route I want to go. When he comes walking in with the cigar, and he's like, hey, let's start some business now. You know, he's just like, I don't know about that. And you could tell, we know what was going on at that point, all right? So what do we do about this whole thing? Well, you know, I think Mr. Johnny's going to go out there and he's going to probably end up siding with Daniel. And I don't think he's going to do it in a nice way. I think he's going to kind of have a civil war go on in the Cobra Kai. And I think he might even create a second Cobra Kai. This might be interesting. So like half the students go with him and half the students go with the old evil sensei who is, you know, completely gone from Vietnam War and basically wants to kill everything. He's still fighting the war, you know what I mean? And, you know, I think it's going to be pretty cool when we see this play out. But that's how I kind of see it going on. I think that Robbie may or may not be a big character long term. I think he might actually turn on Daniel-san. You know, I think he may eventually go, you know what? You know, I've been playing you this whole time, and he just kind of turns and goes Cobra Kai instead. Maybe Johnny actually pulls him into the Cobra Kai. Maybe Johnny goes full evil. I don't know. And maybe he's just upset to see his son get his ass kicked. I don't know. Whoops. I forgot. I'm not supposed to say that on YouTube, am I? But that's kind of where I think this is going to go. And I'm not sure what else might happen. You know, I do see it expanding. I see there being a rival team with Miyagi-Do. I see Daniel going, well, we're going to get, you know, 10 or 15 kids as well, and they're going to go over to the light side, so to speak, or the balance side, you know. Quick fun fact, completely derailing, but if you didn't know, the Karate Kid is actually based on, you know, the style that is Miyagi-Do is actually based on actual martial art called Goju Ryu. And actually the Grand Master was named Miyagi. This is back, I think he lived in the 1800s. I don't remember very well. It's been a while since I've studied the history on it, because I'm big on martial art history. I think it's pretty interesting. But yeah, it's actually kind of like a balanced style of karate from Okinawa. So just thought that would be an interesting fun fact. So I kind of hope they incorporate more of that stuff in the next couple of seasons that they make. I hope that they kind of, you know, look to Goju Ryu as kind of a format to create their next moves. I kind of was underwhelmed with that little kick that Miyagi was supposed to be teaching him at the end. It looked more like a wrestling move to me, you know, this like double kick. I mean, I can kind of picture, you know, Miyagi's short body in that kind of tracksuit looking thing he used to wear. I could kind of see him doing that as a, you know, it was his janitor outfit. What am I thinking? Gosh. Anyway, I could kind of see him doing that because of his height. It'd be kind of interesting to watch him do that. But it doesn't seem very, you know, karate. It really doesn't. I've heard a lot of people critique that, and it's true. It doesn't really sound good. Now the crane kick, I can see that because Okinawan Te comes from Shaolin. Actually, it was supposed to be monks that kind of crashed onto Okinawa. It's the story with Hawaii too, with Kempo, like Shaolin Kempo or whatever. But you actually hear that the Shaolin, they crash over there. They start teaching the people, the farmers who are being invaded by the samurai all the time or whatever, and they learn to defend themselves. And they start using sai and everything else that they have on their disposal, and they fight them back. So that's where the original concept of karate comes from. But yeah, it's pretty interesting if you look at it. And I don't know. What will Sam do? We don't know what Sam will do. She's been kind of iffy. We don't know if she even really wants to get back into karate. She likes talking to people about it. She likes to kind of critique, but you don't really see her get into it that much. Will she get into it on the Miyagi-Do side, or will she have a big fight and join Cobra Kai? We don't know. Will she go under the evil sensei, or will she be under Johnny, who's just a little bit of an A, you know? Yeah. I'm watching my language. I really am trying to watch it. I kind of have a potty mouth. I try not to do that, but what can I do? Anywho, yep, that's about what I think about it. I think it's a great show. I really wish it was coming out again soon. I don't know what else I can add to it. I hope Hawk ends up playing a bigger role. I think Hawk was probably my favorite character in the whole thing. it's just so awesome to see somebody who is completely just the biggest social outcast possible, right? He's got the biggest flaw you could have. They're like, he, went down on a lawnmower or something like that. Well, watching him turn it around just by getting a mohawk, that whole flip the script thing, I mean, that was kind of your Glee moment, but at the same time, it was awesome. I mean, coming from a guy like me, I've had to flip the script a lot of times. I'm still flipping it. Yeah. Anyway, probably not that much, though. I kind of have my issues. But it is kind of something that, the outcast folks kind of like to see that, there's hope. You just got to toughen up, right? It's a good message, actually. So, yeah, I'm going to be on here more trying to do some food blogging, stuff like that. And to be fair, I'm going to get somebody to help me do some video editing because, I could use to actually have somebody cut it out and do all that nonsense. I just don't even know where to start, to be honest. I want to get into it. I got a good food Instagram, DFW Foodist. But, that's about as far as it goes. And I'm just kind of trying to see what I can do, to expand out. But, I'm a nerd too. So I'm going to be on about nerd stuff. I'm going to be like, well, Infinity War or whatever comes after that, Deadpool 2. You're going to hear me on about Marvel and whatever else I can nerd out about. Probably Ren Fairs too, because I'm big about Ren Fairs. I love medieval reenactment and all that stuff. So, if you wouldn't mind, like and subscribe. And I'll be on here to completely nerd out with you guys. I'll take, criticism. Obviously, probably getting a little help and getting my videos edited and stuff like that. But I got to start somewhere. So the first few are going to be kind of like this. Me just being kind of boring and droning on. But, hey, what better studio than a Walmart parking lot, right? Woohoo! All right, see y'all later. Have fun. Peace.